Hi everyone, it's Simon Keeling here at weatherweb.net. Thanks again for watching on Friday the 20th of March. Well, how was it for you then? The eclipse. This was a picture I took here in Wombourne. It appears to show two suns actually. I don't know how I got it. They just stuck the phone up to the sun and this is what we got. An aircraft going overhead. Look, the sun in the middle there. And then look, that was a feature of the sun as it really was, showing the eclipse taking place. I'm sure you've got some better pictures yourself, but you know what? I'm quite pleased with that one. And if you were lucky enough to get outside and see the eclipse, even if you didn't actually see through the cloud, I hope you experience that kind of feeling that's around the place as the eclipse sets in and the light levels drop. It's a little bit like looking at sort of through an overexposed photograph, isn't it, when those light levels drop and the birds start to roost and then out they come again. It's like a second dawn chorus once the light levels start to increase once again. This is the satellite picture that was taken just as the eclipse was passing through, and notice this big shadow area here. That's actually the shadow of the eclipse passing over the Earth, heading its way northeastwards this morning. Beautiful picture. And if we just knock it on by 15 minutes, there it is again. Look, there's the shadow, and you see it passing northeastwards during the course of this morning's event. Spectacular, isn't it? And even the weather wolf enjoyed it. Yeah, he couldn't quite understand what was going on outside. He had a little bit of a wander around. Came back in, went back out, came back in and went back out. Gave me a few nudges just to say, what on earth are you doing when it's going dark? And then he kind of gave up and went to sleep anyway. Let's face it, wouldn't we all if we'd been given the chance? So Freddie the weather wolf really living up to his reputation and going to sleep when the time calls for it. Anyway, it's Friday, so that means it's JMA forecast day. It's a Japanese meteorological agency. For those of you who don't know, the Japanese Met Agency issue a monthly forecast once a week. It goes ahead for 30 days, believe it or not, because it's a monthly forecast. And it's actually pretty good and it's fairly reliable. So we take a look at that most weeks. This is week 1. So this is the forecast taking us up to next Thursday. So taking us up to the 26th of March. And what this is showing, look, British Isles, by the way, is just tucked underneath that circle. So what this is showing us then is a ridge here, look, through the UK, generally higher than normal pressures. Just look at this awful conditions down in the Med though, where low the normal heights down through the Med, continuing the wet conditions down there. Now, trough over here in the northeastern parts of the States. And into week 2, which goes from the 27th of March through until the early part of April. So when's it going to take us through to the 2nd of April? This one actually shows more unsettled conditions trying to get towards the northwest of the UK. Look, that trough moving its way into the Atlantic. Really strong jet stream here screaming across the Atlantic. But look, you notice that the above normal heights still trying to hold on across southern parts of the country. So hinting on the JMA, as we've been saying, of conditions becoming more westerly and more unsettled. But hinting that there could be quite a notable difference north to south, and I think this could be the case, you know, where far southern parts of England stay largely dry, not completely dry, notice, largely dry, and that northern parts of the country, more unsettled, seeing most of the rain, although still not huge amounts of rainfall coming through. And I wonder if there'll just be some fairly deep areas of low pressure passing towards the northwest of Scotland. May bring some strong winds to northwest Scotland at times, but generally for most, probably a mixed week is the best way to describe it, but tending to be still on the dry side for many across southern parts of England and Wales, but wetter the further north you head. And temperatures probably near normal as well. So then into the middle stage of April, so going from the 3rd of April through to the 17th of April, closing out the forecast from the JMA. Hints here of a ridge trying to get back in again, look, through the country. So it's trying to bring in dry conditions during this 2-week period. Now remember, this is a 2-week period. It's a mean of those 2 weeks. I think it's going to be split into a double-week period. It's the 6th that we're watching for potential for improvement and more general improvement with the ridge building northwards. Before that, I think still fairly mixed. Could be unsettled at times, but I think a tendency as we're heading into the middle stages of April for the ridge to be building in, for the weather to become drier as we head into that period. So, you know, certainly what we're going to find is a week's worth of dry weather coming up, a week's worth of more mixed weather, or perhaps 10 days of more mixed weather, and then getting into a dry spell, probably somewhere around the Easter period, probably into the Easter week. So interesting charts there shown from the JMA. CFS, by the way, tending to go back against its thoughts. This is the forecast from today. Rainfall for the week ending the 26th. If we just add on week ending 2nd of April, you notice more of a westerly getting in then, particularly across Scotland. Wettest conditions being shown across Scotland on the CFS during that week, and generally look pretty dry to the south. That ridge building in. But then week 3 again, not really showing much evidence of the ridge getting widely across the country during this period, and I think this is probably okay, showing it as a westerly wind. Most of the rain again out towards the west, less towards the east and the south. And then week 4, well, it eases off the rainfall across eastern and southern areas, keeps it wet, look, with that contrast across northern and western Scotland, northern and western parts of Ireland. This is the week going up to the 16th of April, by the way. A little bit dry towards the south and east, but still showing some rainfall. And you notice it's pulled away the high down towards the south, the dry conditions down towards the south, and goes for some wetter weather, look, here across central parts of Europe. So the CFS kind of agrees with the JMA ideas, but it's not sinking in just yet, and certainly that's a more unsettled look to the CFS than it was originally trying to point to earlier this week. And if you're wondering about a little bit further ahead, going into April and May and June, well, we've been advising private clients. It's not looking particularly grand. We'll get a pay-on-demand forecast, a view-on-demand forecast up online for you pretty soon. So you can choose if you'd like to pay for that or not. We'll get it up online, and then at least it's like our private clients. You know, you're paying something for it. But of course, we'll give you some indications anyway as to what spring is going to be like, and we'll make the video more widely available into the early parts of April. But it ain't looking that great so far. Okay, I'm going to leave you with that for now. By the way, if you do want information on becoming a private client, just use the contact form at the top of the page. We've got private clients who range from individual farmers right the way through to large multinational PLC companies. You name it, if the weather affects your business, then we can provide weather intelligence for you. Just get in touch if you need. Okay, thanks again for watching. Whatever you're doing, have a fantastic day. Keep the sun shining, and bye for now.